Lo siento, amor, lo siento.
I know the egg is here.
My mother was an Egyptologist.
Fire! Fire! I can't say it. I'm so sorry.
Is this guy simply a wild card in Hollywood? Or is there a hidden genius behind his versatility?
Wow. Oh! My
Oh, God.
Now get those pants off.
I'm wearing a suit.
Yeah. Well, it's like a big red body condom.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure. Call it a suit.
How could one man effortlessly navigate the world of romantic comedies, dive into intense drama, and then pull off the insanity of Deadpool? Is he truly the chameleon of Hollywood? Or is there a deeper layer to this captivating actor? Welcome to Celeb Spot, and we are talking, of course, about Ryan Reynolds, a guy with no formal acting education who skyrocketed to the A-list, turning the Green Lantern experience into a real-life nightmare, and even having his manhood drawn using computer graphics in a film. So buckle up as we uncover the secrets behind Reynolds' meteoric rise, the challenges he faced, and the unexpected twists that shaped his journey. But before we dive into the wild ocean of Reynolds' life, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell and stay with us as we unravel the mysteries of Hollywood's most unconventional man. What unexpected twists await his fans in Deadpool 3, and how will Reynolds' iconic character continue to evolve in the next installment?
We're extremely sad to have missed D23, but we've been working very hard on the next Deadpool film for a good long while now.
But let's begin by delving into his early years. Ryan Rodney Reynolds came into the world on October 23, 1976 in Vancouver, British Columbia. Reflecting on his role as the youngest among four brothers, Ryan shared insights into his dynamic upbringing.
You're the youngest of four brothers, including a couple who became cops.
My dad was a cop as well.
Okay, so how did you stay alive as the youngest of four?
You get by on your wits. That's how you do it. You don't get by on your fists. So, it was kind of a rough household. I was less like the youngest brother, but more like a moving target.
Okay.
It was a lot of that stuff.
Among Reynolds' three brothers, Terry, Jeff and Patrick, Ryan shared the closest bond with Jeff. In 2017, he uploaded a photo of Jeff's birthday, featuring himself and Jeff, along with the caption, "I may have three older brothers, but only one Jeff. You were the first friend I ever had. If there was ever a fire and I had to choose a family member to save, obviously it'd be me. But if I had time to save one more, and I knew it was safe to re-enter the burning building, you can be damned sure I'd call the fire department. They are experts in the field and have top quality safety gear, not to mention experience in these matters. I love you. Happy birthday." His father, James Chester Reynolds, had a distinguished career as a Royal Canadian Mounted Policeman, RCMP, before transitioning to the role of a foods wholesaler post-retirement. Meanwhile, his mother, Tamara Lee, née Stewart, carved her own path in retail sales. Notably, one of Ryan's brothers, Terry, followed in their father's footsteps within the RCMP. In an interview with Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show, Ryan said,
"My brother Patrick, he teaches at Coyote Creek Elementary School up in British Columbia, Canada. He teaches 3rd and 4th graders."
Ryan has openly admitted that acting was never his childhood dream.
No, I always thought I'd end up in law enforcement, like my family. So I didn't imagine that acting was a way to get out of the house. It wasn't really like a passion when I was a kid. It was something that I was already doing it.
In 1982, Ryan entered Kitsilano High School in Vancouver and graduated from there in 1994. School productions became his sanctuary, providing a space where his vulnerability transformed from a challenge into an asset. Embracing the stage, he discovered a transformative outlet that not only alleviated his anxiety, but also ignited a passion for performance. When he was 13 years old, Reynolds secured his first professional acting gig. He got a role in a Canadian teen drama initially titled Hillside, later renamed 15 for the US broadcast. The show was aired on YTV in Canada and on Nickelodeon from 1991 to 93. In this series, Reynolds as Billy Simpson, Courtney's younger brother, often hangs around Dylan, the mysterious rebel of the school, and looks up to him. Facing family issues, personal letdowns and romantic rejections, Billy turns to bullying to cope. Finally, Dylan intervenes, leading Billy to recognize his mistakes. With Dylan's support, Billy decides to change his ways and stop bullying. Following 15, Reynolds faced challenges in launching his career. Despite securing a few minor roles, such as a guest appearance on The X-Files, financial struggles persisted after completing high school. To make ends meet, Reynolds took on odd jobs, including working a late-night shift at a supermarket. After the series ended, Ryan returned to Vancouver and took on several TV movie roles. He did small roles in Glenn Close's Serving in Silence, The Margrethe Cammermeyer Story, 1995, and CBS's update of In Cold Blood, 1996. But a series of setbacks prompted him to decide to quit acting. In 1993, Reynolds took on the role of a child named Ganesh, who moved from India to Canada after the death of his father and experiences cultural shock in the film Ordinary Magic, directed by Giles Walker. He also had a recurring role in the CBS fantasy series The Odyssey, 1993-94, before completing his education at Kitsilano Secondary School in 1994. However, creativity was not overlooked. After graduation, alongside several friends, he started his own improv group, Yellow Snow. In the pursuit of securing more stable work, he left Kwantlen Polytechnic University after just a few months. At the age of 19, a chance encounter with fellow actor Chris William Martin led him to Los Angeles. Facing challenges, including a Jeep mishap, Reynolds persevered. With undeniable charm, friendliness and boyish handsomeness, Ryan Reynolds, OBC, stands out as one of the most recognized Canadian actors in Hollywood. After heading to Hollywood, Reynolds took on various supporting roles in both TV series and movies. In 1998, Reynolds secured his first significant TV role as a medical student in the series Two Guys, a Girl and a Pizza Place, later renamed Two Guys and a Girl, initially criticized but later revamped for success.
When do you have asthma? I don't. So Melissa's not the one, huh?
After the show ended in 2001, Reynolds swiftly leapt to feature films, starring in the comedy National Lampoon's Van Wilder 2002 as a perpetual, fun-loving college student.
Used to write for the school paper. He kept babbling about the difference between light and dark beer.
Despite its initial box office struggles, the film eventually became a cult classic. Reynolds, known for his comedic flair, changed things around. Despite facing challenges early on, he showed that the funny adventures in Van Wilder stayed popular for a long time, even after not doing well at first. In the unpredictable journey of Ryan Reynolds into the realm of acting, his love for improv comedy emerged as an unexpected catalyst. He candidly admits,
Yeah, I mean, I loved improv comedy. I'm never going to say that I was the world's greatest improv comedian, but it's something I've used, in countless ways on every movie and every job I've ever done.
Fueling his passion for improv, Reynolds leapt, relocating to the entertainment capital, Los Angeles. Reflecting on his daring move, he shared,
I moved to Los Angeles to get into improv comedy and quickly ran out of money and ended up with an agent, getting an agent somehow, or bullshitting some agent into taking me.
His top 5 comedy movies, where he showcases his improv comedy skills, include Deadpool, 2016.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's not good.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Negasonic Teenage. What the shit? That's the coolest name ever.
Free Guy, 2021.
I said no! Way better.
Thank you. No, it's not a compliment.
I wouldn't touch him if I were you, buddy.
Blade, Trinity, 2004.
Yeah, good little puppies. Yeah, you're gonna stay. You stay.
Red Notice, 2021.
Oh my God, it was Jurassic Park. That's Jeff Goldblum.
Asshole!
and The Adam Project, 2022.
All right, if I wanted to hurt you, I'd have done it already, because if I'm being perfectly honest with myself, you have a very punchable face.
Ryan Reynolds' personal life has been a roller coaster of love, heartbreak and joy, capturing the public's attention. His journey in romance took a prominent turn with singer Alanis Morissette, and their engagement in 2004 had everyone rooting for them. However, by 2007, their love story had its final notes. In the same year, Reynolds stepped into another chapter of his personal life, entwining his story with actress Scarlett Johansson. The couple sealed their love in a modest ceremony in 2008. Yet, the script took an unexpected twist in December 2010 as Reynolds and Johansson announced their separation. After long and careful consideration on both our parts, we've decided to end our marriage. We entered our relationship with love, and it's with love and kindness we leave it, the couple said in a joint statement. Heartache paved the way for a new love story, blossoming on the set of Green Lantern with co-star Blake Lively.
Happy birthday.
Their whirlwind romance led to a charming wedding near Charleston, South Carolina on September 9, 2012. The couple's family grew with the arrival of their firstborn, James, in December 2014. And again on September 30, 2016, with the birth of their daughter, Inez. The same year, Reynolds received one of Hollywood's highest honors, a star on the illustrious Walk of Fame. The most challenging moment in this journey occurred when Ryan and his brothers faced a tough time when they lost their dad, James Reynolds, in 2015 after a prolonged struggle with Parkinson's disease.
A lot of people say, like, how do you deal with that, and how do you, what's the day-to-day like? And I usually say that it's the most important thing is finding something that can allow you to kind of get that an outlet for that kind of aggravation and strain, because the people that are around, somebody who's afflicted with an awful disease like Parkinson's disease is, it's difficult for them too.
Feeling the weight of sorrow, Ryan took to Twitter the next morning, sharing the heartbreaking news of his beloved father's passing. He captioned the photo of James holding Ryan as a baby and requested people to donate to the Michael J. Fox Foundation, an organization devoted to Parkinson's research.
In doing something, it really helped me kind of heal a lot of that as well. So being active with Team Fox and just doing what I can, it just, eliminates that apathy that, can sometimes make you feel pretty powerless.
As the tale continued, joy multiplied in May 2019 when Lively revealed her pregnancy at the premiere of Pokémon, Detective Pikachu. They welcomed their third bundle of joy, daughter Betty, on October 4, 2019. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively welcomed their fourth child, another baby girl, in February 2023, whose name is yet to be revealed. Pricing technician analyst Caitlin Kirsten predicts their new baby will be named Daisy May after a Taylor Swift song. While the name isn't confirmed, the idea of James, Inez, Betty and Daisy fitting together sounds delightful. The actor revealed that his upbringing surrounded by a bunch of rowdy boys inspired his desire to create a home filled with daughters.
You're gonna have a fourth baby.
Yes.
Another girl?
Well, girl.
I don't know. We never find out till.
Oh,
till-
really? Oh,
yeah. I know girls, so I'm sort of kind of hoping that, but
Yeah.
I'm ready for whatever happens.
Let's embark on a cinematic journey through the unforgettable roles of Ryan Reynolds, where each film promises an adventure like no other. With superheroes, romances, and everything in between, get set for a cinematic journey like never before. The Proposal, 2009. The Proposal is a 2009 romantic comedy film directed by Anne Fletcher and written by Peter Chiarelli. Ryan Reynolds as Andrew Paxton, Margaret's assistant, whose ultimate career goal is to become an editor. The plot centers on Canadian Margaret Tate, a pushy executive editor who faces deportation from the US due to visa issues. To avoid this, she coerces her assistant, Andrew Paxton, into a fake marriage. They travel to Andrew's hometown in Alaska, where Margaret learns about his wealthy family and begins to bond with them. However, as their wedding approaches, Margaret realizes the depth of Andrew's love for her and decides to confess the truth, risking deportation. The movie proved to be a big hit at the box office, earning a staggering $317 million globally on its $40 million budget. Buried, 2010. Buried is a 2010 English-language Spanish survival thriller directed by Rodrigo Cortés. It was written by Chris Sparling. The film follows Iraq-based American civilian truck driver Paul Conroy Reynolds, who wakes up in a coffin buried underground. Armed with only a lighter, a pen and a BlackBerry, he recalls being ambushed by terrorists and receiving a demand for a $5 million ransom. Despite efforts from authorities, including the FBI and the State Department, he faces obstacles and heartbreak, including a tragic ransom video. As the situation worsens with coffin filling with sand, Paul confronts his mortality. At a crucial moment, his character pleads with emergency services, saying, "I'm scared, please help." The movie proved to be a hit at the box office and made $21.3 million. Reynolds was also nominated for a Gaudí Award for Best Actor. Green Lantern, 2011. Green Lantern is a 2011 superhero film from the US, inspired by the DC Comics character of the identical name. It was directed by Martin Campbell and features a script initially written by Greg Berlanti and comic book writers Michael Green and Mark Guggenheim, later revised by Michael Goldenberg. The movie follows Ryan Reynolds as Hal Jordan, a test pilot chosen as the first human to join the Green Lantern Corps, equipped with a ring granting him extraordinary abilities. He faces Parallax, a dangerous entity endangering the universe's equilibrium, all while dealing with emerging threats on Earth. Green Lantern was released in the US on June 17, 2011 by Warner Brothers Pictures. With mixed reviews, the film grossed $220 million against a production budget of $200 million. Ryan's childhood love for comics led him to fulfill his dream of becoming Deadpool, his favorite superhero. A rival executive introduced Reynolds to Deadpool comics. Seeing a spark of Wade Wilson in the actor, Reynolds recalled,
I didn't know who Deadpool was, and he said, trust me, if they ever make a movie about Deadpool, you're the only guy that can play Deadpool. So he sent me over all these comics, and I'm not a big comic book guy, but I really gravitated toward Deadpool. I fell in love with Deadpool. So I kept reading them all, and I was just I fell so in love with this character.
Deadpool 2016. Deadpool, released on February 12, 2016, is an American superhero film inspired by the Marvel Comics character of the same name. It was directed by Tim Miller and written by the writing team of Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick. Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson, a former Canadian Special Forces operative turned freelance mercenary, falls in love with Vanessa, but their happiness is short-lived when Wilson is diagnosed with terminal cancer. In a desperate bid to cure himself, Wilson undergoes a risky experimental treatment that leaves him disfigured but endowed with powerful regenerative abilities. Taking on the persona of Deadpool, he embarks on a quest for revenge against Ajax, the man responsible for his condition. Along the way, Deadpool forms an unlikely alliance with the X-Men Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. After a fierce battle, Deadpool saves Vanessa from Ajax's clutches and confronts him, only to discover that there is never a cure. Despite this revelation, Deadpool defeats Ajax and reconciles with Vanessa, embracing his new identity as a hero. The movie was a huge hit, raking in $782.6 million on a $58 million budget, making it one of the top-grossing films of 2016 and shattering records as the highest-grossing R-rated movie of its time. Critics lauded Ryan Reynolds' portrayal, the film's fidelity to the comics, and its stylish action scenes, although some found fault with the predictable plot and were split on its mature humor. Despite the mixed reviews, it garnered multiple accolades, including 2 Critics' Choice Awards and 2 Golden Globe nominations. Deadpool 2018. Deadpool 2, released in 2018, serves as the sequel to the 2016 film and the 11th entry into the X-Men film series. Directed by David Leitch and written by Rhett Reeves, Paul Wernick and Ryan Reynolds, who also stars as the titular character. In this installment, Deadpool assembles the X-Force to protect a young mutant from the time-traveling soldier Cable. Ryan talks about the plot of Deadpool 2.
The second one, it was great because it was always fun to pitch the studio because we have a whole sequence in the movie with this team. Deadpool builds a team, the X-Force, and the studio was like, yes, like synergy, Avengers, like that's what we're gonna get out of this. It's gonna be great.
After failing to protect his girlfriend Vanessa from a vengeful adversary, Deadpool spirals into self-destructive despair. However, a chance at redemption emerges when he crosses paths with Cable, a time-traveling soldier bent on stopping a troubled young mutant named Russell from committing atrocities. With the help of allies, old and new, Deadpool forms the X-Force to prevent disaster and honor Vanessa's memory. Through a series of chaotic battles and heart-wrenching sacrifices, Deadpool ultimately learns the true meaning of heroism and love as he defies death itself to rewrite the future. Deadpool 2 hit theaters in the US in May 2018, surpassing its predecessor's success. With a worldwide earning of $785.8 million, it claimed the title of the 9th highest-grossing film of 2018, the top earner in the X-Men franchise, and the reigning champion as the highest-grossing R-rated film of its time. The Hitman's Bodyguard 2017 and Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard 2021. These action comedy films were directed by Patrick Hughes and written by Tom O'Connor and Brandon and Philip Murphy. Our star Reynolds acts as a bodyguard who is forced to protect a hitman, Samuel L. Jackson, from danger. The films were box office successes and received mixed reviews from critics. The Hitman's Bodyguard was released in the US in August 2017 and grossed $183 million worldwide. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard was theatrically released in the US in June of 2021 by Lionsgate. The film grossed $70.1 million on a $70 million budget. Red Notice 2021. Red Notice is a 2021 American action comedy film written and directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber. The cast of Netflix's Red Notice features top-tier actors perfectly suited to their roles. The movie follows art thieves Nolan Booth, played by Ryan Reynolds,
not a cop! This man is not a cop!
and the Bishop, portrayed by Gal Gadot, as they vie to steal 3 legendary golden eggs associated with Cleopatra. Despite receiving poor reviews from critics, the film attracted a huge audience, accumulating 148.72 million viewing hours during its opening weekend, as well as the most watched film within 28 days of release on Netflix. It also became the 5th most streamed movie title of 2021. Free Guy 2021. Free Guy is directed and produced by Sean Levy from a screenplay by Matt Lieberman and Zach Penn with a story by Lieberman. The plot follows Reynolds as a bank teller who realizes he's a non-player character in a massive online game. Teaming up with a player, they seek evidence that the gaming company's CEO stole the player's game source code. The film was a critical and commercial success and is being considered for a sequel. It's time to unveil some cool stuff from Ryan Reynolds' life. Ryan Reynolds failed his high school drama class due to poor attendance. He has a fear of flying since he once went skydiving and his parachute failed to open at the first attempt. Reynolds gained 25 pounds of muscle for his role as Hannibal King in Blade Trinity 2004. He is the only actor to appear in all 65 episodes of 15. Reynolds attended the World Celebrity Pro-Am Golf Tournament in Haikou, China. Our hero Ryan Reynolds seems unstoppable, and his upcoming movie slate reflects that. Here's a look at what he's got coming up. If 2024, this live-action animated fantasy comedy features Reynolds as the man upstairs, someone who can see and interact with other people's imaginary friends. The film is currently in post-production and is expected to be released sometime in 2024. Ryan talks about the storyline of his upcoming project.
This is a movie that John and I have been talking about for years now, something that feels a bit like a live-action Pixar film.
Will Red Notice 2 be released? The success of Red Notice 2021 has led to plans for a sequel. The production for Red Notice 2 may start in late 2024, so it could potentially be released in mid to late 2025.
We're extremely sad to have missed D23, but we've been working very hard on the next Deadpool film for a good long while now.
Deadpool 3, the highly anticipated sequel to the hilarious superhero franchise, is also in post-production, with Reynolds reprising his iconic role as the Merc with a Mouth. Fans can expect more fourth-wall-breaking humor, action and chimichangas in 2024. In the enigmatic world of Hollywood, Ryan Reynolds shines as a beacon of versatility, effortlessly navigating genres and captivating audiences with his charm and wit. As we eagerly await the next chapter of his illustrious career, one can't help but wonder what new heights will this charismatic actor reach next. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Celeb Spot. Until next time, stay inspired and keep reaching for your own Hollywood dreams.